One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you. Hope everything is going well in your life. And if it's not going well, I hope it does go well very soon. And if there's anything that you're going through in your life, just understand that life has ups and downs. 1 minute you up, 1 minute you down. That's the way life goes. Life is like a roller coaster. Just make sure that when you up, you go ahead and put everything in position to handle things when they start falling down. That way you can sustain yourself in the down slope. And then as it climbs back up again, you just rebuild again and be prepared when it goes down again. Life is like a roller coaster. You're never going to ride at the top the whole time. You're going to climb up to the top, and then you're going to eventually go back down again, and then you rise up again. That's just the way life goes. Don't worry about it. Don't be mad at yourself. Just understand it's the ebb and flow of life. You know what I'm saying? All right. So check this out. I got a video request from Tev313. Tev313. That's TEV_313. And I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, please correct me. But Tev313 got a video request. So he sent me a video on TikTok, and it was about this black lady who say black men are dangerous. That was her title of the video. Black men are dangerous. And as you can see, I got on my smart guy glasses because I went through that video. I listened to it a bunch of times, probably about 10, 15, 20 times. Now, the first time I listened to that video, I didn't give it the just due I should have gave it. But I listened to it again because the first time I made the video, I didn't make the sound. The volume wasn't right. So I hope the volume is right now on this one. I hope our volume come out good. But at that video, the volume wasn't right. But I listened to the video again, and I was like, oh, I missed so many valuable gems in that video. So it made me sit down and write this out and go over this point by point. You know what I'm saying? Because it was interesting, the things that I was hearing. And I really, really thought about it. And I really, really was interested in what was being said. And I made sure I took my notes because I'm like, yo, I got it. This is a pretty interesting video. And I wanted to talk about it because he asked me to do a video on it. And here we go. So basically, the thing about the video is, I watch a person and I look at them for who they are, right? I look at the video for who they are. I don't listen to the sound at first. I'm just looking at the character, trying to gauge the character of the person by watching the video. Now, number one, she had a do-rag on. That was number one. Number two, she had on these copper type of necklaces where you can, I seen somebody do this like about 10, 11 years ago where they bend them up and they look decent. They not nothing wrong with them, but they ain't nothing outwear. But I understand people like that are what they're into. You know what I'm saying? Black people that do that kind of stuff, they're into a certain kind of mindset. But she didn't come across as that type of person. You know what I'm saying? But she is a type of person. So I don't think that she liked men too much anyway. She don't seem like the type of person that go for men. She seems like she's more into women than men. But whatever, that's not even a big deal. But it's interesting to hear her say these things that she was saying, and I don't know if she was. I'm not. This is no facts that I'm about to say right now. I don't know if she was saying this because she's speaking for her, like maybe her. She don't have a girlfriend because I think in that type of relationship it's called partners. Like if you're in a same-sex relationship, it's a partner, not a husband or wife or whatever. It's your partner. But anyway, let me get into this breakdown. Now I don't have a video. Well, I've seen the video, but I'm not gonna put the video up on my page. I'm just gonna talk you through these things as I always do, give my perspective. You don't have to agree with it, but this is just my perspective. So when the video came on, right, the first thing that she said was, she said black men should not go online or in public and ask, why are black women not speaking to black men? That was her first day. She said black men shouldn't go online or out in public and ask why black women are not speaking to black men. And I said, wow, that's a strange statement to make. Because, black men are genuinely concerned about why when they speak to black women, they're not getting spoken back to. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been a lot of programming going on in our society, especially the black community, to create this thing that we got going on right now, this man against woman. And, whenever there's a situation like this going on, black people tend to take it to the extreme a lot more than any other race does. The same way it was back in the days when the women's feminism movement started. Black men wasn't even a part of the movement. They had no reason to be there, but they joined in and they took it to the next level, as we always do with everything we do, whether it's dancing, rapping, music, singing, hip hop, whatever we do, we always take it to the next level. We take it to a level higher. And they know that about us. So they go always incorporate us and try to pull us in because they know we'll go for it. Most of them don't even go for it, but all of us are gonna go. Well, I won't say all, but a lot of us are gonna go for it head first. And you don't need everybody to go for it. You just need like 10, 15%. And that 10, 15% can destroy it for everybody else. It can make everybody look bad. That's just the way it goes. But it's black men are concerned. Like if you see somebody that look nice and you see somebody that you think you want to talk to, or even if you don't want to talk to, you just want to show your genuine courtesy and respect, and then they don't speak back. That can change things. That can make the relationship worse. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go up to somebody, you see him, and you just being genuine. You don't want nothing from him, or you do want to talk to him and you speak to him to try to open the door for a conversation, and they give you the cold shoulder. That just makes you bitter towards them people, and then you look to another race because every time you speak to your own, this is what you get. And then when you go to the other race and somebody see you with the other race, then the other people are gonna be saying something about that, not realizing that, hey, I wasn't always this way, or they was not. I'm not talking about me in particular. I'm just saying that's how they're talking. They wasn't always that way. So now I'm this way because I spoke, and I get nothing in return but a cold shoulder. So you go where you appreciate it. That's what most people do. And I may come back to the appreciation thing. I may or may not if I remember. But that's also taken out of proportion. Then she said, the black men are a mutation gene of black women and have forgotten their position. I said, man, that's something to say, right? That a black man is a mutation gene of a black woman. So me being the type of person I am, I had to go and look up what a mutation gene is. So a mutation gene is a change in the DNA sequence of a gene, which can involve adding, deleting, or altering parts of the genetic code. These changes can affect how the gene functions, potentially leading to various traits of and health conditions. Right? I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Let me read that one more time. A mutation gene is a change in the DNA sequence of a gene, which can involve adding, deleting, or altering parts of the genetic code. These changes can affect how the gene functions, potentially leading to various traits or health conditions. So basically, all that is what that sounds like a fancy word, but when you break it all the way down, all it really means is it just means that if a man is born a certain kind of way, some of his traits can be, don't mean he's gay or anything like that. It just means that his traits can be like have certain kind of altered traits, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna get into I can make a whole video on this because I really put some study into it, but I'm not gonna really go down that path because I want to get through the rest of these things. But go look up genetic mutation. I mean mutation gene of, go look it up and you'll see what I'm trying to say about it. And you'll see that what she said don't make no sense. But anyway, it sounded good. And I think most of the people going to just go with it because it sounds good. Most of us, we don't research anything. We just go, if it sounds good, if somebody sounds educated, they're going to go with it. Put a few cuss words on top of it. That's how we rock in our community. But don't even listen to me. I'm telling you to go look it up for yourself, and then you can see what it is. Don't ever take my word for anything. You go back and look at what I'm saying to verify if what I said was true. In any video or anything I do, you make sure you go and verify for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Okay? Then she said, Black men are in a system of patriarchy and think that we are running things. Now, that's so far from the truth. There is no patriarchy in the Black community. Let's get that clear. Let's get that crystal clear. There is no patriarchy in the Black community. There hasn't been a patriarchy in the Black community since before the Civil Rights Movement. After the Civil Rights Movement, there has not been any more patriarchy. It's been a matriarchy ever since. Because once the Civil Rights Movement was declining, or after that, welfare came into the picture, and the men could not be in the home the men can no longer be in the home in order for the woman to get welfare. So the men had to be out of the house. And the women have been running the household ever since. And in some cases, prior to the Civil Rights Movement, the women were running the household. The men would go out and work, bring their check home, give it to the wife. And the wife would do everything as far as with the money. That don't sound like no patriarchy to me. That was a matriarchy. It's been that way. But what they're doing is they're confusing what they see going on out here with somehow a Black man has some type of power. We don't have no power. We have no more power than the Black woman got more power than the Black man has. And has been that way for about the last 60 to 70 years. That's been the order of things. So when she say we are Black men in a system of patriarchy and think that we are running things, I can't find now Black man nowhere to think he's running anything over a Black woman. So that's a lie. She's just hitting talking points. And I know why this is, and I know why it strikes nerves, and I know why it gets people going. Because Black men are the most hated people in America. Nobody cares about a Black man. Nobody. And I'm not a victim, and I don't like playing the victim card. I don't think I'm playing the victim card right now. I think I'm just being honest. In the Black community, the Black man is the worst thing that ever existed to the Black community, not because he is, but because that's how he's seen. He's not respected anymore in the Black community as a whole. There are some relationships and there are some marriages where he's respected, but overall, he's not respected. Nobody cares about him. And that's probably starting to grow out and spread out to other communities as well. But I know it's been in the Black community for as long as I've been alive. Then she says, Black men are very dangerous. Black men are very dangerous, right? Through a false sense of superiority and power that Black men think they have over Black women. That's why Black women are not speaking. What? Black men are very dangerous. She said that Black men are very dangerous and have a false sense of superiority and power that we think we have over Black women. That I don't know anywhere that that's the case. I just told you that Black men have not been in charge of the Black community since prior to the Civil Rights Movement. And I would even argue that not even probably like 10 years before that, not even still. Right? So I'm not hearing that. This is a personal attack. This is nothing factual based that she has. She's just speaking to get people riled up because of something she may have seen and the type of things that people that she may be around may be attracted to. And just looking at the male nature is what they don't like. It's not that black men have a superiority complex over, not a superiority complex, but it's not that black men have a sense of superiority over women. It's just that the nature of a man, whether you black, white, Chinese, or whatever your race is, it's just the way we are designed. We're designed to protect and provide. That's what we really are naturally designed to do. But see, feminism has kind of encouraged women to look at those things as a negative. So it's like if you try to protect and provide, I won't say provide, but if you try to protect, then you're gonna find yourself in a tough situation when dealing with black women, because protection means I don't want you to go to the club dressed like that. I don't want you to go out dressed like that. What time you gonna be back? Where you going? See, those type of things are protection, but that's seen as, oh no, I'm grown, I can do what I want. See, that's what they're saying when they say superiority. They don't want you to. They don't want you. They think that they don't want you doing that. But if you go out there, if they're out there, if something pop off, who you think they're gonna call? They're gonna call you. When this could have been resolved from the beginning, and you not been there. But now that you went, I'm trying to protect me and you, because if I got to show up to the place where I didn't want you to be in the first place, and some guy did something to you, and now I got to jump in, I can put my life on the line. I'm putting everything on the line right now, because now I got to do something to this guy, and I might be putting my freedom on the line, and I might be putting my life on the line, while you sitting over there in the cut. And if this person lose their life or go to prison, she keeps on moving on with her life. She can get somebody else, and life goes on. But this could have been prevented if I try to protect you and me by telling you don't even go there, or if you at least give me a timeline or what time how long you're gonna be, and if you ask, and where you're gonna be at. But see, that's controlling. That's not protecting in their eyes. You get what I'm saying? So that's where they come up with the superiority thing. And I don't remember since I've been alive, I don't ever remember black men having any kind of power over black women at all. There's always been black women running things and black men just allowing it to happen ever since after the civil rights movement, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Then she says, black men are very entitled. So when men speak to women and they speak back, and the men try to holler, and when the women say no, then the man gets violent. Now they feel like they are in danger. So here's what's happening. The part that they always seem to skip in this situation. So yes, men do try to holler at women. They see somebody they like, they try to holler. And men don't necessarily, men gonna keep pursuing. Even if they're told no, they're gonna say, nah, they're gonna keep trying. That's just the nature of a man, right? To continue to try to accomplish the mission or accomplish the goal or the competition or whatever the case may be. That's just the way it goes, right? So, but the part they're missing out is the attitude. See, if a man come up to a woman and say, hey, excuse me, how you doing? I like you, I like the way you look, I like this, and that. Now he's talking regular, right? And he try to holler. It's usually most women gonna be, not most, when the disrespect comes back to him, then he give it right back. He ain't just being violent and disrespectful because she was being nice. But see, that don't count to nothing. Right? They don't count to nothing. So they can be disrespectful to you by it's not disrespectful. It's the whole attitude that comes behind it, and the things that say how they looking at you and how they looking at you like you're nothing. Like, why are you bothering me? And all this stuff, and then the tone of the voice and the negative things that come behind it. I'm all that, you ain't nothing. Then you're gonna get it right back. But if you was pleasant and gave a pleasant no, a pleasant nah, I don't think this and that, you did it in a nice, pleasant way, he'll walk away and he won't keep bugging you. But if you being this, you got this, you down here, what you bother me for? attitude, then you get it right back. That's what happens. But see, they don't tell you that part. They leave that part out. Then she said, go look at the statistics to see why black women don't speak nowadays. I don't know where to find those statistics at. If she meant, maybe she meant something like the violence between black men and women. I'm gonna just take it that far because I don't know what no statistics that say why black women not speaking to black men. I ain't found those stats, but I do know there are stats about domestic violence. But I can't even say that because I don't know what she was meaning by that. So I'm not going to assume anything because she didn't say it. So I'm not going to interject something in there that she didn't say. So that wouldn't be fair to her to do that. Then she said, when women say that they are not interested, the men call them all types of names that's not in the dictionary. Black men are entitled and nasty and dirty. That's what she said. Black men are entitled, nasty, and dirty. And what she's saying, what she was trying to say was black men are entitled because they don't accept no as an answer. They keep on moving the conversation, trying to keep pursuing. I don't think black men are nasty and dirty for continuing to pursue. I don't think that because a lot of women, they try to play hard to get. They want you to continue to pursue. They want you to continue to chase. That's what they really want. But she's trying to act like that's not the case. And I guess she's speaking for herself because it don't even like she liked men in the first place. Then she said black men are violent when they don't get what they want. Black men are violent when they don't get what they want. That's not true. I don't think that's true across the board, but I would say this. If a black man is violent, it's usually a response to something. And I'm gonna be supportive. Now I'm real critical on black men, but in this case, I'm not gonna be as critical. I'm gonna be supportive because there's a lot of things going on here that really don't. It's not called for. A lot of things are said right now. Black men are easy to be beat up, and the reason why you see all these videos with women doing the things they're doing and saying the things they say, it's a direct retaliation or direct response to men now finally starting to speak up. Because men never used to speak up before. We talk about it amongst ourselves. We never really voice it out loud. We used to be called dogs. We were called scrubs. For years, we was called the bottom of the barrel. When in reality, women and men about the same and do about the same things at the same rates. Men and women cheat about the same rates. Men and women, domestic violence is about the same rates. It's just that men don't usually go and report the woman because he feels sorry for her. He don't want her to get locked up. So he don't usually go and tell that she was hitting on him. And in most domestic violence cases, you will find that, go look it up for yourself. Don't listen to my word. You will find that most men and women are hitting each other. It is usually the women doing most of the hitting first because women think they can hit men and that's supposed to happen to them. And then when you hit her back, she's like surprised that she got hit. She thinks she's supposed to get hit. That's usually what happens. They're both, in domestic violence cases, it's never one-sided. It's usually both parties beating each other. But since the man is the stronger one, he can cause the most damage, it's always going to be seen as the man is the most violent. That's the way the law is written. But if you took the law out of the picture and just went with what really happens, they both beating on each other. That's just the facts. They said black men are throwing a fit because they don't know where their mother is anymore. I don't even really know how to respond to that. They don't know where their mother is anymore. When like over 70% of black babies are born in single mother homes, not married. So they know exactly where their mother is. Unless she meant something different, but I don't know what that could have meant. Then it say, why are black men so disrespectful to the mothers nowadays? Easily, that's easy. And that ain't even a hard thing to answer. That's an easy one. The reason why black men are so disrespectful to their mothers nowadays, because women were never designed to be rulers over men. Never. So a mother with sons, she wasn't designed to rule over him. He's going to resent her for trying to dominate him. And it's a man's nature to not be dominated by someone who's weaker than him. That's the way it goes. If a weaker person is trying to dominate a man, he's going to resent that weak person that he knows he's stronger than, that he knows that he's bigger than. He's going to resent that person. And when he starts resenting, he's going to become disrespectful because that's not how it's designed. Now, if a man was to do that to another man who he's stronger than, it wouldn't really be, he'd be upset, but it wouldn't be no resentment because he understands, men understand something different than women. Men understand hierarchies. When men get around each other, we establish a hierarchy and we are cool with it. He's better than me on this, he's better than me in that, I'm better than this person. And we establish ourselves that way. Women don't do that. No matter, when women get a certain way, it's equal. They're all the same. After a certain point, they become same. It's no longer a hierarchy. But men work in a hierarchy, no matter how old we are. And we work in who's the most powerful to the weakest. And the weakest understand that. But what we do, we try to build the weak ones up to be strong. We don't try to tear them, belittle them, and make them feel small. We're gonna put them through the test, of course. But once they pass the test, we're gonna build them up. We're not gonna continue to beat them down, right? And we're not gonna develop resentment. Like if you got a son and you're stronger than your son, no matter how big he get, he'll never disrespect you. If he do try, you check him and you let him know what it is, he always falls in line eventually, or he just had to fall away. But a woman is never designed to be rulers over men. So when a man is being ruled over by his mama that he respects, he know he can't go outside her head because it's his mom. So he resents her. And he would disrespect her in every which way possible because she tried to dominate him. And it's not going to work. That's why the mothers are being disrespected by the sons, because she didn't respect herself. So he's not going to respect her either. He's going to be disrespectful as he can be because of that. But when she respects him as a man, then he will respect her. But that's just the way it goes. I know people don't agree with that, but that's the facts. That's why these young boys out here being disrespectful. They know their mamas wasn't being respectful. They know their mamas never married their daddy. Their daddy left. They went and found out why their daddy left. They realized that everything their mama was saying was a bunch of nonsense. Dad left because of this reason. And then all the truth comes out. And now he's looking at her differently when she tried to make it seem like a different kind of way. And that's why. This lady who did this video, she obviously she don't like men. Maybe she was trying to gain support of the women and so she can talk to them and try to get at them. Or maybe she got a partner, as you know, people in the same sex marriages or relationships, they call each other partners. Maybe her partner was hit on by a man and this just teed her off and she had to get out here and show support and make this video. Whatever it is, it seems like a bunch of nonsense to me. That's just what I think. All right, y'all take care.